Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of this newsletter is going to be, I can't do this anymore. Got an email here from a viewer. He says, hey Corey, I'm a 21-year-old college student, and recently I was talking to a girl extensively through text. Well, right off the bat, the phone is used for setting dates and making appointments, not chit-chatting and trying to have a relationship with a girl. Because when you do that, all you're ever going to be is her friend, and you'll never mysteriously spend any time with her. He says, we were joking around a lot, and eventually we went out. We went out on 3 dates and 3 nights, and everything seemed to be going great. Well, if you'd been following what I teach in my book, you'd only be going out on 1 date once a week. He says, I know it sounds odd, but I developed feelings for this girl. Well, she slept over the 3rd night, and when we woke up, she told me she couldn't do this anymore. She asked me if we could still be friends, and at first I said, sure. Well, I want to go along with that. Fuck that noise. It brings up, the topic of this brings up, I had a buddy of mine, and he dated some really attractive, really beautiful girls. And he was dating this girl one time. He was overweight. And he was dating this girl. I think he went out for like 6 months. And the thing was, he would never listen to me. He didn't want to take my advice. He just always acted like a needy pleaser around women. And this girl's fucking gorgeous. So he's over in the UK visiting her one time, fucking. And so after he rolls off, and he's laying there, feeling good and proud about himself, she goes, I can't do this anymore. And she basically proceeds to tell him that she doesn't love him, and she feels nothing for him, and she doesn't want to see him anymore. And so basically he packed his shit and left. I mean, can you imagine? This is your girlfriend, you're fucking this girl, and you're totally into her, and she's like, I can't do this anymore. In essence, communicating that you, like, fucking disgust me. And so about 2 years later, he started dating this gal who was not very attractive, and he's in a relationship with her now, and they've had several kids. But I know he doesn't feel the same thing for this chick that he has children with that he did for this really hot girl that he was dating before her. But hey, we all make our own prisons, and he made his, and that's his life, and that's what happens. Most people give up and they settle for something comfortable, especially after they've been hurt so bad by somebody that they loved and they wanted so much. So he says, what I failed to realize was she got out of a long-term relationship a year ago and probably still loves her ex. Yeah, it was a whole year ago, and that's what it really was. No, it's because you acted needy and insecure, and you chased and you pursued too much. Having 3 dates in a row like that, women fall in love slowly over time, and you can't make a girl fall in love with you in 3 days. He says, though she has not spoken to him, it was obvious she still loved him. So I took your advice and told her that I'm not interested in being friends, and it's good she's getting over her ex, and when she's ready, give me a call, and we'll see where we're at. Though I was happy I have done this and not texted her, I still miss her. I feel like a little bitch right now. He says, when I see her on campus, I say hi, how are you, and walk past her. I don't tell any one of my friends who knows her what I am up to. I am curious as to how long it takes of no contact before she will decide to text me. The only way that she will text you is if her interest in you hasn't gone below 50%. And if it has, you'll never hear from her again, dude. You just got to chalk it up to learning experience and realize that you tried to do too much, too soon, you acted needy, and you got rejected. Exactly what I talk about in my book and exactly what I constantly talk about in my videos. And so that's why you got dumped and that's why you got blown off. He says, I want to be with her, but I understand that it may not be an option anymore. Yeah, it's not an option anymore. So if I were you, I'd go about your life, meet other women, date other women, and just forget about this girl. Because the best thing that you can do is go get busy and be seen with lots of other beautiful girls, date other girls, hook up with them, because the reputation will get around. And if there's any kind of chance with this girl, she'll find you, she'll seek you out, she'll call you, she'll email you, she'll get in touch with you. But if you don't hear from her, it just means that you blew it with this particular girl. And sometimes it's going to happen when you're learning. I mean, you're young. And quite frankly, I wish I knew everything that you have the chance to learn from me now at 42 years old than I did. I mean, like I said, I wish when I was 21 I knew all the shit that I know now, because it's like, fucking hey, dude, I would have cleaned up, and my 20s would have been, I would have had a hell of a lot more fun in my 20s than I actually did. But the good news is you have the opportunity to learn from all 2 decades of my experience in pickup, dating, and relationships, so you can learn from all the fuck-ups and all the mistakes and all the rejections that I had when I was younger, and not have to make the same ones yourself. Repetition's the mother of skill. So move on, practice with other women, and sooner or later you'll get better and you'll meet somebody new and you'll forget all about this girl. And more than likely, when you're dating 2 or 3 other women, that's when this girl will potentially come back, unless you acted so weak that she has no respect for you whatsoever. And that's totally possible at this point. So if you have a question you want to ask me, go to my website, click the Contact Me tab, which will be on the left-hand side of your screen. Send me 1 to 2 paragraphs max, and just give me several weeks to get back to you with a response. If you want to talk to me right away, the quickest way to get my help is to book a paid phone coaching session. You can do that by going to my website right now, and on the Products tab at the top of your screen, just click the Products tab and follow the instructions. If you want to get a digital version of my Kindle ebook, on my website, underneath the email sign-up box, is a box that has a link that'll take you right to Amazon Kindle download page for my book. Once you get there, if you don't have a Kindle device, just download one of their free e-reader apps for whatever electronic device you want to read my book on. And if you appreciate the value of the information I offer in these video newsletters, the articles on my website, and my ebook, you can show your appreciation right now by going to my website, and on the Webby toolbar at the bottom of your screen, click the PayPal donate button and donate any amount that you feel is equal to the value of the information. And I will talk to you soon.